Hey there, everybody. Give me just 1 second while I get everything all set up. Okay, so there's been an unfortunate error. Um, Sadly, I got hit by the dreaded save bug that apparently has been plaguing Kerbal Space Program on the consoles. So I had, I want to say, like 20 or so ships ready to go. And I was like super happy with them too. But that's okay. Anyway, basically today's whole thing, it was gonna be putting things in space that looked like they were from Star Wars. And that's the whole idea. I am a little bit sad that the stuff that I made is gone. But ultimately, it's not that big a deal. It's just a little bit of rethinking, like what I feel like I can actually that I can actually get back together again. So here's what we're gonna start with. We're gonna start by making a Y-wing. So, Y-wing, if you are not familiar, is a bombing type flying ship in the Rebel Armada. Oh, there we are. Okay, sorry. I was looking for a very specific part. I do apologize. Basically, it was slow. It wasn't as maneuverable as your standard X-wing fighter. It was predominantly used for like bombing runs and everything like that. It was like equipped with ion cannons and other cool stuff like that too. But it was predominantly just used for that sort of purpose. So the defining features of this one was the fact that it was long and it looked bulky, and it didn't have wings. What it had was it basically looked like the letter Y. So that's basically what we're going to build here. We're going to build you got a cockpit right here, and then on the side of it, what we're going to have is it's going to come out on each of the sides. This is going to take a little bit of maneuvering to actually get it to work. There we go. Sorry. Also, the nice thing about this is that even though it does suck like a massive dick that I lost all of that data, I'm actually like much more confident with how to control this game via this control style now, so this won't actually be that bad for me, which is great. I welcome that fact. What did I do to those? Did I put... I feel like I did. Sorry, I'm like trying to remember how I built this thing. It might end up being a little bit different. I'm honestly hoping that I build it a little bit better. No, that wasn't a good. Okay, that's a little bit weird, but that'll work for the purpose that I have. Alright, so we need to get some sort of engine on this thing. So the way that I did it last time is that I actually had to use 4 engines. And the reason being is purely because this thing is a beast. So it took a little bit of power just to get it up off the ground. But I kind of... Okay, so that's part 1. Next thing we gotta do is we're gonna elongate it just a tiny bit. Because we gotta build that, what is it, the support structure that sort of goes around the engine. No, that's not what I want. I want this. Okay, that's actually, like, surprisingly good. Perfect. So let's copy that and put it up here on top. Oh, sweet. It went exactly where I wanted it to go. Okay, there we go. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can't... Let's see, I put that there. And I know that this seems like incredibly weird, but like I'm not working with any of the mod kit tools or anything like that. So basically, I have only the pieces at my like immediate disposal. The thing that sucks the most is that like I had everything ready, like everything was ready to go, and I was so happy. I actually worked like a good few days doing it up. Because I wanted to make sure that when I streamed Kerbal next time, that I had like a good amount of stuff to actually show off. Because I know how long it can actually take to get through like the building process. And I was like, well, I can save everybody a little bit of time, and I can get everything ready. While at the same time, I can learn like more about the controls, and therefore, like just be better at the game in general. So I was actually like super stoked for that. Actually, no. I'm gonna put in these guys first, or is it fuel tanks? There we go. So this is. It's going to be a little bit weird. So in order to do it, I have to put it there, and then I have to like offset it a little bit. But I have actually like legitimately gotten a lot better at controlling this, which is great. I am much happier with that. I guess I just know like a few of the tricks a little bit better. Oh, I did it wrong. Let's start here. I might be able to actually put it more in where I need it to be. God, I am a little bit disappointed. It's hard not to be disappointed. I mean, honestly. I mean, how could you not be? Okay, that's better, because now at least I have the 2 of them. Because I was reading up on their forums that they'd fixed the save bug. And so it wasn't an issue anymore. So I was super stoked at that fact, because that meant that I could stream it safely and not have to worry about anything. Because I was actually thinking about going into the story mode next. Because I felt like that might actually be like a good idea, because it would help me. It would help me in like learning more about the game too. Sorry, I'm just building like the rest of the support structure. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to go precision mode here. Alright, and we'll just adjust the angle ourselves. So number one, straighten it up. Let's turn that off so I can adjust it better. Okay, that's good. That's actually perfect. So, how big was this thing? No, that's not going to work. Okay, so let's just get these little mini I-beams again, and we'll put them at the end. Put them all on first. Oh, crap. There we go. All better. Okay, so now we can rotate these guys. I love how this just like it just phases through itself. I definitely learned a couple lessons attempting to do this the first time, because like I sort of learned like what could fly and what couldn't. I wanted really badly to make my very favorite ship, but I learned extremely quickly that it was nigh on impossible. Okay, precision mode. Okay. There we go. That's the basic shape of your standard Y-wing. So, obviously, it's not going to work as it stands. Number one, it's got no air intakes for its engines. So, we're going to add those real quick. And just because I'm a sucker for that perfect look, okay, there we go. So we got it on all four of them. So we're going to retitle this. This is number one. This is a Y wing. Okay. Alright, so that's the basics. So obviously we're launching this from a runway. So the next thing that we're going to need is we're going to need wheels for it. So let's put on some landing gear. Medium should be perfectly fine. And we're gonna kind of, for this next like little part of this, we're gonna kind of cheat things a little bit. We're gonna, even though we are putting on this stuff, we're gonna make it so that when everything's all said and done, that it's not necessarily visible. So we're gonna kind of hide things a little bit. Because when we have this thing flying, the last thing that we want is to have ugly wheels. Like landing gear enclosures, just like ruining the look. Okay, good. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're just going to offset them. So that they're basically inside the guy. Oh, it didn't like what I was doing. For some reason, the inverted camera controls still kind of get to me a little bit. Okay, that's good. And then let's move this one up. Okay, so there's one more problem. So something that I definitely learned was like about the center of lift and the center of mass. So lift is not where it needs to be. Center of mass is kind of where I think it should be, but there's nothing that's going to allow me to like actually get it up into the air right now. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to use some of these in a very sneaky way to help it get into the air. So we're going to kind of do the same thing that we did with... We're going to do the same thing that we did with the landing gear. So we're going to add them. We're going to take them, and we're going to hide them. Yeah, there we go. Not too worried about those ones being visible, but I do kind of need to add a little bit to the back here too. These ones, I'm not too worried about them being visible per se. I'm going to kind of use them as the quote-unquote enclosure for the back of the engines. Okay, there we go. And then I just need to add them to the bottom. And basically, this is just to help me get stability and lift. I will say this, like, my design is definitely a little bit more refined. I feel like it was, like, in doing this again, I feel like I've managed to clean it up a little bit. And also, it didn't take me nearly as long to design it. Okay, so there we go. One Y-wing. I'm gonna put a little bit of... I'm gonna put caps on this guy right here. There we go. So it's probably not as wide as you would say that it would be in like the actual movie, but I think that like altogether that's a fantastic representation of it. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to add a couple of... Actually, no. Let's just test this. So, okay, I wanted to make sure it was saved. Oh god. can't believe that I deleted, or all of that stuff got deleted, because I didn't delete anything. I had everything saved and ready to go. Oh, that's not pretty. I kind of want to risk it just because it could be interesting. We'll consider this a proof of concept. But it definitely needs to be tightened up a little bit. Look at Jebediah and Bill. They're so freaking excited. Oh, that thing is just like swaying left and right. We're going fast though. Oh, it wants to lift. It wants to lift. Okay. That's not gonna cut it. Damn. Okay, let's strap that all together. Okay, that's fine. I don't think it was a long enough distance. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's good. Strap it from the bottom, too. No, I didn't like that one. There we go, that's better. It's weird, it definitely works from like a line of sight type mode. Alright, so let's add one more set, or put it in the middle here, and just attach it there. I don't really want anything crisscrossing. I want it to sort of stand on its own. Okay, so we'll save that. And let's try to launch this one. Now, believe it or not, I have actually had something like this fly. So, even though it looks really weird, I actually managed to make it work. Why is it still dangling at the back? That's fine. That's fine. I can live. Alright, so let's try again to get this down the runway. Basically, all I need to do is get it as smoothly as I possibly can to the end. Because if I can make it safely to the end of the runway, I'll definitely have enough speed. Let's down throttle a little bit. That way I'm not so wild. We'll just sort of speed up gradually. Okay. Getting there. I don't have many wings, so it's not like I can take off at like a super low speed. I definitely need speed to get off the ground. Almost there. And pull up. It's not the most graceful. Let's see those. There we go. Perfect. Nicely hidden. This thing, much like it is like an actual cannon, is not quick. Alright, I have to tighten those up. Also, we're losing altitude. Okay. Well, we're still alive. I love the fact that it's like floating, but the beams make it like incredibly heavy. Is it gonna sink? I'm actually kind of curious. Is there enough like buoyancy in the top part to keep it above the ocean? No, no, it's it's sinking very, very slowly. Okay, let's go back and let's strap the end of it back together a little bit and see if we can't adjust the see if we can adjust the lift a little bit, make it a little bit more friendly for flying. God damn it. It does not want to accept that as a thing. I don't blame it. It's kind of like intersecting everything. Oh, there we go. That worked. Maybe I can just strap these to the actual engine. Okay, so I'm gonna add a couple more wings just to help it get like some more lift. But these ones I'm actually gonna put this way, and yeah, there we go. And we'll just sort of drag them inside the body of the Y-wing. Okay, not pretty, but that's okay. Doesn't need to be. That's your trick. Make it fly by, like, hiding all of its wings. Okay, I'm gonna give it one more pair, but I'm gonna put them up front here. Nah, I'll hide them on the way. Okay, there we go. So let's save it one more time. Let's try launching one more time. And after we get this up in the air, we'll move on to something different. Or actually, no, we'll make it. See if we can't make that stupid. Not that it's not already stupid. Okay, so again, let's put SAS on. Let's throttle it up. Got more wing surfaces, so hopefully that allows me to get better lift. Oh, I have to be so careful not to, like, steer this thing accidentally. Because if I oversteer it, I'll end up stressing the landing gear. Those will like explode and ruin everything. It's going really well though. Picking up a nice amount of speed. Let's see if we can at least get like above the ocean a good distance. Alright, 102. And pull up. Maybe not as steep as we were last time, because I think I pulled up too steep and I caused it to lose altitude a lot quicker. Alright, so we're getting rid of landing gear. Sexy. It's still like flopping. I've got to find like the best angle for like still moving forward at a good pace. There we go, I'm picking up speed. Come on. Am I falling? Really? Dude, this thing is impossible. But look, I can do rolls. Oh, that was a bad idea. Dude, it is not going to be able to recover. It is done. See, is the same amount of it left? Yeah. Everything... Oh, well. Yeah, everything is gone except... Well, everything's there except for the engines. Okay. I'm gonna revert. I kind of want to... I could put, like, bombs on this thing, but it's... No. Actually, no, I want to. I want to make it an actual bomber.